this is real shit. The way that I'm showing you is real, and you need to stop feeling sorry for your fucking pussy ass. Okay?
Facts.
Because that's a fact, right? Because you're a man. Welcome to 45 on the Hour podcast. I'm your host, Colt 45. And I want to talk to you guys about encouragement. But before I get into that, I want to introduce a gentleman that is so different in the fitness world. He's just one of those guys that just encourages others daily. And his strength behind his encouragement is so inspirationally motivating that I actually look up to him myself. He's one of my big brothers, and I want to introduce him today. He's also known as Byron, but his Instagram name is, you want to shoot it out?
My Instagram name is Byron Sells Fit. So I'm happy to be back, Colt, man. You know,
I'm trying to give you a good intro there, bro. And I was like trying to think your Instagram name. And I was like,
Yeah.
what is it? I don't think it's Byron Fit.
Byron Sells. Byron Sells Fit, but I'm happy to be back. Last time we had a good podcast, and it's always a pleasure. And I thank you so much for always having me back here.
You too, brother. And dude, and honestly, like I wanted to bring Byron on because Byron does all kinds of different things. Not even just the workout stuff, but his encouragement stuff is just so uplifting. I mean, he's got everyone from Coach Blue following him, you know, other big heavy hitters. Like he does something completely different than everybody else on his stories and his Instagram, and the way that he motivates people is just, it's so contagious, bro, honestly.
Thank you.
And we've worked out together many times, and just working out with you, man, I feel like I'm around like a different aura, like you elevate me in a different way. And that's why I love this fitness stuff so much, because we're never in competition with each other, man. It's like I learned something from you, you learned something from me. You know, I got a few followers, you got a lot more followers. You know, it don't matter in this world. And that just goes into the whole encouragement thing. And that's why I wanted to bring you on today, bro, because we've been on before and we've talked about other stuff, but being an encourager is so underestimated these days, wouldn't you think?
It really is, because I think a lot of people need a little bit of encouragement, and the right encouragement.
Correct.
You know, a lot of people are lost. A lot of people don't know what they're passionate about, and they just need to find their passion. And once you find your passion, you'll be able to go in and show up no matter what. And that's why I enjoy doing what I'm doing, is because I know a lot of people lack that. And if you can steer them in the right way and help them become a better person, there's no better feeling than that.
And you know why I think you're so successful, bro? Not to like keep, you know, boasting you, but bro, you deserve it, man. Is first of all, you're a Christ follower, okay? And you believe in Christ. And I believe that if you look at people in a way that Christ does, you're going to make them better, okay? Just in general, because everything is intentional, right?
Yes.
And I think encouragement has to be intentional, because that's the difference between encouragement and flattery, right?
Yes. No,
Because flattery is like, hey, man, you look good today, bro. But if I'm like, hey, man, I noticed last week, bro, you were struggling, dude, with that 135, and now you're hitting up 2 plates, bro? Dude, I'm proud of you, man.
Yep.
And they feel it. They feel the energy, because you're like, you believe in them. And it's almost like, I think encouragement is one of those things where people see or feel something in themselves, but then you just identify it without them saying anything. And you're like, bro, you're kicking ass. I see you, bro.
I think what it is a lot of people, you know, it's hard for us to really see what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
We look in the mirror and we're always, I can be better, I can
Judging.
look better. But then it's like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? You're doing good.
Yeah.
You know, and like you were saying, you know, the encouragement thing, you know, it's kind of, you just got to be honest. You got to be honest with people. And I feel in today's world, friends, family, they're afraid to be honest with the people that they care about. And on the other side of that honesty, family and friends, they take it the wrong way. When realistically, all we're doing is caring about you. Like if my mom was out of shape, eating fast food all the time, being lazy, sitting at home, I would say, Mom, you need to get up. Mom, you need to stop eating like that. I care about you. I want you to live longer. It's all about your delivery and how you say it. And trust me, they will feel it versus coming at them and saying, you know, excuse my language, you're a fat piece of shit. Get up off the bed. You look terrible. Certain people can take it good that way, but a lot of people like it a little bit differently. And I was raised with a military father, so he was very direct. He didn't need to say all that stuff. He was like, hey, you know what? You didn't do what was right.
Right.
Get it together.
Mm-hmm.
And I already knew what that was.
Yeah.
To snap out of it, it's time to get right.
We were talking about criticism versus constructive criticism, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So obviously criticism is when you give someone some sort of heat, but then there's no help behind it, right? There's no like fix. So if you tell someone like, hey, you're a fat piece of shit and you need to get off your ass. Okay, well that's criticism.
Yep.
Right? But if you're like, hey man, you're fat and you need to work on your shit. And I'm gonna take you to the gym tomorrow. We're gonna work out tomorrow, bro. I got your back, dude. I got a system I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna help you elevate because you deserve it, bro.
Yeah.
You deserve that life that you never had. You deserve to be the better version of yourself. And you tell them that. That's constructive criticism.
constructive.
Because criticism is bullshit, bro.
Yes, it is.
That just sucks. That's just putting someone down. That's just like instead of encouragement, it's discouragement, right?
Yes.
So when you discourage people, that's to remove courage, right? So that's the opposite effect, right?
Yep.
And a lot of people discourage people. They do. They have that effect on people, and I think a lot of it has to come from our post-trauma, like
Yes.
in the past, bro. Like I remember being a fucking kid, bro, and having, my mom, putting a lot of weight on me because of what my dad did to my mom. My mom made my mom not feel like, a woman, because my dad had his problems, trying to be a chick and all these things. And there's a lot of trauma in my life. And I'm just sitting here trying to be a little boy, man, like, wait, what's going on, And there was all this discouragement, and then my mom had heat and would, try to put, things in my head, that weren't right and stuff like that. And then so I got discouraged, and I had confusion growing up and things like that. And that led me down a different path, bro.
Yeah.
That was full of, trying to run with the wrong kids,
No,
learning
definitely.
bullshit traits in my head about people and judging people and just nonsense, man. That now I don't believe in any of that shit, And I like the way life is now, I don't like the life that I was living before, because the life that I was living before was just full of discouragement. It was all about being discouraged because I was always aligning myself with people that I liked feeding off of the negativity. I liked the negativity. I was used to it. I was used to being put down. I was used to being told I wasn't good enough. I was used to being told that I had no power, that I was worth nothing, that I was just nothing. I shouldn't have been born. And that shit drops you to the floor, man.
Oh, it does. It does.
It really does. And I think you get to the point to where you want to be the complete opposite. Because if you truly love your kids, and I have kids now and so do you, you just want to be an encourager. You want them to be the best version of themselves.
Oh, yes.
And you understand that what happened to you was so traumatizing that you never want that to happen to anybody else.
Nope.
Not even them, man. If you really love somebody that much, it is your duty to heal. It is your duty.
Oh, yeah.
So talking about removing courage, right, and finding discouragement, the amount of people right now that actually give encouragement is literally like 1 in a million, it feels like. It is so, I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong, brother. It is, tell me it feels weird at first. When you first started telling people that they were doing a good job. Hey, bro, I just want to let you know, man, you're doing a good job, bro. I saw you the other day, bro, struggling with that weight, bro. You were 350 pounds, and I see you kicking ass. I see you trying your hardest, bro. I just want you to know, bro, I see you. Just like our boy Juan, he tags us all, right? My guy or whatever, he tags you, tags Dane and everyone. Dude, he tells me every day, bro, I told him, I was like, bro, you have it in you.
Yeah.
All
he
this.
does. It's natural. It just comes out so natural. And I think what you were saying is like the percentage of people encouraging people is very small, is because I don't think people really understand the real meaning of encouragement.
Correct.
Right? A lot of people
Yeah.
a lot of people are, good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they want to say things.
Right.
But if you say something, there has to be a follow-up. You have to tell them, hey, you know what? You're out of shape. You're out of shape. You're eating unhealthy. But this is what we're going to do. I'm going to help you get here.
Right.
That's not what a lot of people do. They just want to put people down.
Correct.
And like you said, it just puts you down in the dirt.
But just the same as like how you were just saying that, you have to be intentional about it. They have to feel it.
They do have to feel it.
And you have to feel it in you. And I tell people this, it's not once, it's not 3 times. It's like the 33rd time is when it starts feeling like actually like that's really how you feel.
Exactly.
And I think it's like one of those things that you just have to practice. Wouldn't you agree?
Practice makes perfect, and that's why they say sometimes in order for someone to get something, they have to fall on their face flat first.
They've hit rock bottom.
They have to hit rock bottom.
Well, because then you're willing to change, right? And they actually say that when you're in that mode, right, and you're at the deepest part of the abyss, bro. It's black. You can't see shit. You're lost. Whatever. That's the best time to start over. I just had a guy the other day. He was trying to sign up for my program. Good friend of mine. He's been struggling with mental health and just where he's at in life, and wants his wife to feel attracted to him. And he's gained a lot of weight. He's a big guy. He's like 260 pounds, 6'4". He's like, man, I'm not happy with myself, and I love you, and I believe in what you're saying, and yada yada yada. And so we were like, okay, let's get you on the program. He's like, I had to go on vacation first. Came back. Was going to sign up, get them ready to go, because I believe people have to invest in themselves. They have to pay to invest in themselves. He goes, yeah, man, I don't think I'm going to be able to come with the money. I just lost my job, this and that. And I was like, okay. Well, that's 10 times more the reason why you need to freaking hire me to help you.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, I know. I was like, listen, I'm not giving you a sales talk, bro. I'm telling you that this is, how's life been working out for you so far?
Yep.
I said it on my story last night. I was like, how's it been working out for you so far? Right? Now you hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? Hit below rock bottom? There's nothing below that, man. You know what I'm saying? Get the blueprint today. I actually told him he could just pay me later. I was like, I don't even care, bro. You need the help. Like, I don't even care about the money. But if you screw me on this and I help you and you start missing my meetings, then I'm going to fire you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely.
But I'm going to give you a chance, and you're going to pay me back because you're going to get your job. You're going to get a better job, right? And we're going to take care of you. We're going to get you fit. And you're going to have a better mindset than you've ever had before.
See, that's someone that cares. He should feel that. That should hit him right where it hurts. Like, man, he's willing to do this for me. Sometimes even that doesn't wake people up. That's the sad part about it. Sometimes stuff like that will not wake someone up.
I know it's just difficult because a lot of people think, they see the money and they think there's like some sort of gimmick there. And I'm like, no, you have to pay attention, bro.
You do. You really do. The best... Like I was just driving over here and I said that one of the best investments was when I started investing on myself 5 years ago.
Yeah.
When I got my first mentor, which was Big Boy, who's Strength Cartel. Then I got another mentor.
That was your coach?
That was my coach.
Oh, right on.
First got him as a coach. Cool. And then I got King Azulai. He's a guy on Instagram. And then I got with Ashton, Justin Wetzel. I've invested in people.
So you've invested in multiple coaches.
Multiple coaches. And multiple coaches showed me different things.
I like that.
Because everyone
does something different. Yeah. The approach is different. Like my coach is Dane. I kind of learned from you too. Everyone's approach is completely different, And I think that for all of us, we try different things. We try different programs and we learn from each other. But at the end of the day, like, I think you got to figure out like who you are, and that's how like I think all of us build up character. Like you learn a little bit from that person, a little bit from that person, a little bit from that person. Then you're like, boom, you put that together, and that's who you are, right? And you're like, okay, this is what I like. My type of music might not be like everyone's choice.
No, facts. Like they say, hey, you can never have too many tools in your toolbox.
Exactly. I'm all about struggle. I get off on struggle, and that's what motivates me is hearing people's story and their struggle and how they survived and how they got through it, and if you hit me in the chest, you got my attention. Yep. And that's the best way to change somebody is to try to connect with somebody.
Yeah.
The hardest part about connecting with people, though, is connecting with them on a mental level that they can hear you, right? And a lot of people can't hear you unless you make yourself vulnerable, right?
Yep.
And so that goes back towards encouragement, being an encourager. When you encourage somebody, you get to their heart. You do something to them that they've been asking for internally, but not knowing it for many years. Some people literally haven't been encouraged ever, if not years ever. And you literally might change the complete trajectory of their day or even their life by just telling them, like, hey, bro, I fucking see you every day, bro, banging out these burpees. Just like Big J was. 400 pounds, bro.
Yeah, I know.
In that workout with us, bro.
Crazy.
And we're sitting there, and then he rolled over, bro. He did it like, it was almost like it was a blooper. We were doing burpees, and we could do them no big deal, right? Yeah. And then he was just getting down, banging out burpees at 400 pounds, and then got up, and then he rolled over, bro. His pants came down. It was probably one of the most embarrassing things anyone could ever assume or feel especially on a tape.
Exactly.
And we were like, hell yeah, bro, get the fuck up. Yeah, you got this, bro. And we were all feeling it, bro. We're like, fuck yeah, bro, get up. And he got up, bro, and he was out of breath. And after that, he was like, dude, I was so fucking embarrassed. I was like, you know what, bro? I'm not embarrassed at all, bro.
Nope.
You know how much fucking heart that takes, bro? Bro, you have more heart than me, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Bro.
To walk into the gym, some people don't even want to walk into the gym. They don't want to walk into the gym looking like that. They rather walk in the gym after they lose the 200 pounds and walk into the gym like they've always looked like that. No, go in there. Show people your progress.
Exactly.
Because trust me, people are going to see it. I just had my client, Tiffany. She's have people giving her compliments at Gold's, her Planet Fitness gym, and saying, oh my gosh, I've seen how much weight you lost. You look great. Because she was not afraid. She went in there regardless of how she looked. And now look at her.
Yeah, she loves the shit out of you, bro. She's always posting, my Coach Byron, my Coach Byron. She loves you, bro. Dude, yeah. But for her, you know, I see her stuff too. And you could tell when someone really relates to their coach, man. Because they're like posting, they're like hype, they're like, yeah, I'm changing my life. But they feel it. But there's been more. It's not just about giving them a workout plan. It's because you connected with her mentally. You gave her encouragement that she probably never had. And everyone has a backstory.
Yes.
Everyone has a story, man, about a partner, you know, like I was a wife or I was a husband, you know, that never got the encouragement from my wife, my partner, my peer, my family, whatever. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're the coach. And you're like, hey, I got your back. I'm proud of you, motherfucker.
Yep.
I love you, bro. And you feel it. And they feel it. And they're like, oh, my God. Like, I want what you have.
Yeah.
Just like Wes. When I was first going through my shit when I was 37, man, I connected with two people. There's only two people that could get through to me, bro. Two out of the whole world, bro.
Wow.
And it was Ed Milet and Wes Watson. Two people, bro. Because in my head, I was always like, no, I can be like that. No, I can be like that. But the way that Ed would talk was more like a father figure. The way that Wes would talk was more like, I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a shit. Okay? This is real shit. The way that I'm showing you is real, and you need to stop feeling sorry for your fucking pussy ass. Okay?
Facts.
Because that's a fact, right? Because you're a man. And men have veins. Men have a chest. Men have strength, okay? Not just internally, but outward. Because our outward version of ourself shows the inward version of ourself. If you go up to someone and you have no encouragement whatsoever from anyone else, it's very hard to build up that character. It's very hard to like feel it. Some people can't.
Yeah.
I never had a lot of encouragement growing up, man. I'm self-made. But I know that if I had it, I wouldn't be 42 and have started just recently, 5 years ago, doing what I'm doing on my path. I would have done it in my 20s. So now with where we're at in the world, this is important to understand, is that most people need that encouragement these days, especially where the world's at right now. We need to take our younger people, our kids, bro. We got families. You know, I see you out there playing with your son, you know, showing him encouragement. Even with the videos, people are like, oh, that's just what he's doing. It's like, no, that's really him, bro.
That's him. It's funny because I'll do my workouts and he wants to do them with me. He grabs the boxing gloves. He wants to hit the bag.
Yeah.
I'm doing push-ups. He wants to do push-ups. I'm doing burpees. He wants to do burpees. That's not just for show. That is what he sees his father doing. I pick him up from school. What does he start doing? He starts dropping down and doing burpees in front of all these parents. And I'm like, Preston,
awesome, bro.
not here. And he's like, Dad, look at what I could do. He hits his chest and all that. And I'm just like, but what I tell people, your kids are always watching. They're always watching. You don't have to tell. That's why you don't have to tell them, hey, come over here and do this. If they want to do it and you show them that what you're doing is going to benefit them, they're going to do it. They're just going to do it on their own.
Bro, you never really realize that they're watching you until they're actually doing it.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And I saw my daughter doing it, and I didn't even realize that. I was like, oh, yeah, she really likes going to the gym. Oh, yeah, she really likes running 7 to 14 miles. I was like, why does she like doing that? I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, what am I doing?
She grew up with a dude that's doing it, you know, like, this is me, you know? And then people always be like, yep, that's your twin. I was like, I don't see it. No, wait. What am I? And it was so funny because it's just such a cliche, and she just take off. And my daughter had suffered from anxiety, my older daughter.
Okay.
And she had suffered from it for a very long time. You know, she had that. She had the same thing I had, man. She grew up without a parent.
Okay.
You know, one parent. You know, her mom. I took her when she was 3 months, and I raised her ever since, man, by myself. Little help from my aunts and stuff like that. Obviously, I had to try to figure it out, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I tell her every day, you know. God gives you tests that you can pass.
Oh, yes.
You know, the devil gives you taunts You know, he wants you to fail.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's the enemy, you know? And I always tell my daughter, you know, I'm like, man, you're just like me, bro. You know, you're just like me. You know, and she, we got the bro thing going on. She calls me bro. I'm like, oh, whatever.
I see it.
But that's how we connect.
She followed in your footsteps.
She is, and she had no choice. But and it's funny because I never thought she would go in the Marine Corps, man. She just went in the Marine Corps recently. And I remember, this is where it goes back to encouragement. I had talked to her on the bus. We had bumped heads for about 2 weeks before, and she had moved out of my house. She thought she was running shit. She was like, I'm going to come home whenever the fuck I want. You can't tell me what to do. And she would block me and all this other stuff. And I was like, but why, baby? You know, I'm doing dad stuff. All right, well, maybe you should go stay with my sister for a while. I don't know. And I kind of made her feel like she didn't have a home. I was like, you can go away for a little bit. Just go stay with my sister or something. Okay, fine. I'll live there. You don't want. I was like, you can come back whenever you want. I love you to death, but just get out of here for a little bit. So she did. And she ended up staying. She blocked me, you know, had the support from them. And, you know, and I kept trying to talk to her. And she ended up going to the Marine Corps. I saw her for a minute the day before she left, or the day of her leaving. And she didn't really want to hear anything from me. I went to a recruiting office. But as she got on that fucking bus,
that's when reality hit.
She was driving down.
You know?
She called me. And she was like, Dad, I'm a little scared. I was like, what are you afraid of? She's like, I don't know. I just don't know what's happening. I was like, you're afraid of the unknown is what you're afraid of. But let me tell you something, Hannah. And I went into a 2-hour conversation on FaceTime, and I actually posted something on my Instagram on it. And I was just sitting there, and I was like, you're afraid of the unknown, but yet you've been living in the unknown your whole fucking life. You're unknown about, am I ever going to have a mom? You're unknown about what's going on with my life. Am I ever going to heal? Am I ever going to feel accepted, validated? Your whole life you've been living in the unknown, but yet you've always been validated your entire life by me. You've always had that backing. I'm going to be here from beginning to end. What, you don't think that you going in boot camp, I can't get a hold of you? You don't think I know people? You don't think that I'm not going to be there on graduation? You don't think I'm going to be there if something happens to you? You're going to be fine. You think I would ever let you go do something that I would have no control over? I have control over everything that you're doing, even if you're in boot camp. I know exactly who you're going to be around. I know your drill instructors. I know everything. I have contacts. Trust me. You're safe. But more importantly, I love you. And you're stronger than me. And I remember crying on the phone with her. I was like, she's sitting there and she's like biting her lip and she's like getting all upset. And I was like, no, you don't do that shit here. You're about to be a United States fucking Marine. There is no way that you're going to cry on this fucking bus right before you get off in front of a bunch of drill instructors. You walk in there like you're the alpha female and you take over that fucking platoon. You be the leader. You be the guide. I want you walking out of that thing as the guide. I want you to be in charge of that entire platoon, Hannah. You're not just going to be a recruit. You're going to be in charge. You're going to walk out of Lance Corporal, Hannah. 100%. You run 14 miles a day, girl. You work out 3 hours a day. You're going to be running around.
There's no reason why, unless you sandbag. But there's no reason why you shouldn't be at the top of your class.
And she looked at me, and she was like, on FaceTime, and we were about an hour into the conversation, and she's like, Dad, just tell me that I'm being a pussy. And I was like, what? No, I'm not going to tell you that. She's like, just tell me I'm a pussy and I'm weak. And just tell me that And I was like, no, you're not. You're completely opposite of that. She's like, no, I wanted to do reverse psychology on my head. And I was like, Hannah, you're the strongest kid I know. You are gritty. You are smart. You can't quit. I was like, Hannah, you don't need any reverse psychology. You already have it. What, you want someone to put you down so you feel better? No. Absolutely not. You want to feel that because it feels comfortable. But you don't need that because you don't need comfort right now. You need to feel uncomfortable. And you're about to feel the most uncomfortable you've ever felt in your entire life. And I was like, I want you to get off this phone with me. I want you to put your head down. And when they get on there and they start screaming at you to get on those yellow footprints, I want you to embrace that shit and be like, hell yeah, hell yeah. And when they're putting it hard on me, be like, yeah, give me more. Let's do it. You want more? Cool. They don't want to let you sleep for 3 days? Make it 10. I don't care. Put more on me. Let's do it. That's what you got to do.
In that mindset, because you already lost. If you're like, man, I'm about to step, you're already going to have a tough time. That's what my dad said when I went into the police academy. He said, you're going to have them yelling at you. It's a game. Embrace it. They're going to yell at you. They're going to put you down for sets. It is what it is. So that's how I went into it. The first day, I hated Black Friday. But after that, I was like, I can't do anything right. I'm never going to get anything right. And it was easy for me.
It does. And I told her, like, encouragement isn't necessarily someone else encouraging you. It could be you encouraging you.
Yep.
I told her that the best encouragers are ourselves. You know, someone that says like, no. The reason why a lot of people aren't encouragers is because they don't have enough value in themselves.
Wow, that's deep right there. That's deep right there.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. No, they don't value themselves. They don't respect themselves.
Because if you're somebody that likes to better other people, naturally, it just naturally comes out. You're like, you know what? No, I see this in you. I see that. I recognize that. That actually makes you feel better. That actually makes you a better version of you.
Exactly.
And reverse gossip is everything. If you talk about somebody in an encouraging way behind their back, that's reverse gossip. So if I go, you know what, Byron? Yeah, dude, Byron's the man, dude. He is the shit, bro. Blah, blah, blah. And then you hear about that from someone else and say, hey, you know what Colt said about you? He said, you're the guy to learn from, bro. He said, you're my dude. I got to learn from you. You know what I mean? Even like with like Tiffany, you know, I was like, that's your man right there. You got to go to Byron.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but like,
no, definitely.
But like that, it makes you feel good. And you're like, dang, that dude said that from her. So I heard it from a third person. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it like trickled. It's a ripple effect. And that actually makes us put into a ripple effect, especially when we have no encouragement in ourselves. Like we don't want to encourage others because it feels awkward. It feels weird. It's like, hey man, you're doing a good job, dude. I really see what you're doing. That's hard for a lot of people, man.
It's that pride, man. They don't want to make other that, and that can even. It was just funny. I was just talking to Josh, you know, and we were talking about social media, how people don't really engage on social media. They don't really comment. They don't like, and especially the people who are at the top because they feel they already made it there and they don't need to give people encouragement. They're like, you know what? I got 1 million followers. I don't need to comment on this person. No, you do. You still need to, because those people that got you to that point, they encouraged you and they helped you get up to that point.
Exactly. What about encouragement for kids? What do you think about that? Like just kids in general, like, you know, when you go like sponsor like a wrestling tournament and you're just encouraging someone to do better and whatnot. What do you think the statistics are of encouraging someone versus not encouraging them to do something? Almost like, hey, just go do that task. Like, go join that basketball
It's
team.
low. Very low.
You've coached before, right? Okay. And what is that? What do you see the difference in somebody? Like when you first get in, you know, you see these kids that are kind of like head down, droopy, but they're just put into it from their parents put them into it, right? And then now you're their coach. But then what kind of level change do you see from your personal experience? Because I've never actually coached. From when they first get in to when you deal with them and you're encouraging them through the whole process of the season. Do you see like a level change?
Oh, their
More
confidence, yes.
Yeah,
their
I was going to say, you
confidence
probably see
goes
more.
through the roof. You know, that's the main thing, is confidence in them, believing them in themselves. You know, because I watch it still to this day. I see a lot of coaches, like you say, a lot of people don't have it in them. They don't have that encouragement in them to help kids or
about like
help
parents.
others. Parents.
Okay.
In general. Yeah.
What can people do if they don't want to work out, bro? What if someone doesn't have the same mindset as us, where we got to work out, we don't have that type A personality, but they're like, you know what? I like what you guys are saying. Like, what can I do to build encouragement? Probably just as simple as just saying it, right?
Yeah.
Just going out there and just practicing it.
Go out and do it. You know, go out and do it. Try it. It doesn't hurt. That's the problem, is like we were just talking about, the unknown. People are afraid of the unknown. They don't want to be uncomfortable. They don't want to try new things because they've never done it before. You may try it. You may love it. You may try it. You may hate it. But you won't know until you try it. So just try it.
Encouragement is just an energy exchange.
It is.
That's it. It's like I'm giving you a level of my energy, right? And let's just say my energy is at like a 10, and you might be at a 2. Where's that going to elevate you to once I give you encouragement? Probably closer to a 10. It's going to take you from a 2 to a 10. Now, to consistently keep that, I think that's where you need other people to jump in. You need that consistency.
Yeah.
So right now in the world, we just need more encouragers, especially with kids and things like that. I feel like we're lacking it, bro.
We're lacking it. Adults, kids, everything. Because everyone, I think I've seen it since I was a young kid to how, you know, I'm 36 now, and I've just seen how the world has changed. It's just so many things are going on in the world to where people just get so caught up in their life, them. They're not worried about other people. So I feel that is where a lot of that encouragement has kind of fallen under the rug, is to where people are just so worried about them and what is going on around them, to where they don't have enough time to give energy to other people, or they just don't want to.
I see what you're saying. So they're not focusing on themselves first. I think that's something to say. And I was going to bring up this article. There's an article that was by Zach Skolonowski. It basically says, kids K through 12 in schools struggle to engage Gen Z students. Okay, so the most general, like,
Yes.
what is that genre of kids these days, right? It's like every 10 years is a new thing or whatever, right? What are we, or what am I? I don't even know.
Shoot, I don't even
I'm
know
80s, man.
I
think we're at
I'm like 80.
Millennial? There we go, Ghost. Ghost got it.
Millennials.
And are you 90s?
I'm borderline 89, 90, so.
We're the same. Yeah, millennial.
Yeah.
Right. So we're part of the hardcore crew, right?
Yes. Yeah.
the last note of the working force, right?
The last of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we got to carry these, and we had a big gap. So between the gens, it's funny because there's some highlights in here. It says 25% to 54% of Gen Z K through 12 students are lacking in engaging school experiences. Engagement is particularly low amongst new college-bound students. Students are most excited to learn what teachers what makes them interested, right? So it sounds like, just even in this article, I read it the other day, there's a lot of things in it that kind of potentially give highlights to lack of encouragement. Not that they're disencouraging people. I think teachers are doing it, but I don't think they're giving enough encouragement. And I don't think that the kids these days are growing up in an encouraging society. I don't think they're growing up in that. I think it's more of a society that was based on, what others can do for you, not what you can do for others.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
It's old school. That old school stuff is kind of going away. How we were raised is not how the kids are raised now.
And when you say how we were raised, what do you refer that to?
To the being hard on us, encouraging us, helping us when we feel like we're struggling in certain areas. We had that. Whether it was friends, family, we had it. Now, social media has changed. Like I said, the world has changed. A lot of the parents' kids, they're working now, so they're not home with the kids.
A lot of people are at home. That's what you're saying, right? So they're home with their kids, which means that they're around their kids all the time, which means that they don't, like when you're around somebody all the time, like the idea of being around all the time kind of creates a lack of respect, right?
Yep.
Absence is better when your dad would go to work. Remember, wait till your dad gets home.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
What was that thing? It was, hold on one second. I want to figure this out real quick. It was called, I have it here. Hold on. It was like weak men make hard times make, oh, wait, here we go. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. It's like this socially optimal study that, and right now we're in weak times, because we built weak people, because everyone wanted freedom. I want freedom. Do everything for me. Everyone needs to provide for me, right? And that was happening with my oldest for a while. I just never stood with it. I was like, no, absolutely not. You're earning it. Oh, you want to be a smartass. You want to say bad words. Okay, cool. Well, you're walking to school.
Yep.
Oh, my God, my friends don't walk to school and they cuss all the time. Cool. Well, your friends can be doing whatever they're going to do, but you're doing this. I remember I got to the point it really hurt. It hurts us more to do that to our kids, to punish.
But it's good.
It is.
They need it. They need that, because a lot of, being a young parent, having a 15-year-old daughter and a 5-year-old son, the stuff I see is just mind-boggling to me, man. The stuff how I see kids talk to their parents, and I'm like, that would never happen. And it's because it's a lack of respect.
And I know it's hard because as parents, we can't do a whole lot about it anymore. But back then it was like, boom, slap to the face.
Oh, yeah.
Get beat up or something by my dad. It's like my mom would just kill me, man. She had rings on her fingers. I would not, But I was afraid of her. But I wasn't afraid of the physical part of it, like her hurting me or something. I was afraid of disrespecting her. Because I had so much respect for the way my mom worked, My mom was such a hard worker. She got her ass up at 3:30 in the morning, got herself ready, got her kids ready, drove an hour to drop me off at my grandparents' house, went from there, went to worked 10 hours, came home, picked us up, dropped us off, made dinner, went home, had zero time for herself. And I didn't know what I was witnessing at the time, but I witnessed someone that was alone, someone that didn't have any help.
Yeah.
And I just built a strong effect of that, well, if she can do it, I can. And it was weird because those contributing effects led me to become the person I am today, the character that was built with me, the confidence, the strength that I can do anything. I don't have to give up. You know, like quitting wasn't an option.
No.
You know, even in the Marine Corps, I wanted to quit so many freaking times, you know.
But you couldn't, even if you tried.
I didn't know how to.
Exactly.
I don't think I could have lived with it,
See?
man.
No, you can't.
You know, you live your life with
It's
regret
what
as
you-
your guideline, right? You know?
Yeah.
And I want to get into the differences of encouragement and flattery. I want to talk about this because I think this is important. What do you think the difference is? I can give you a little rundown of what I got.
Yeah. What do you have?
Yeah, so encouragement's specific. Okay, it's honest. It's rooted in effort and character, not results. Flattery is more shallow. Okay, it expects something in return. Encouragement is like respects. It sees something in you. You know what I mean? It's almost like I see something that's genuine and it's genuinely felt from my heart to you. Like, hey, man, I really see you out there, and I want you to know that because you feel it. But most people don't produce the voice to it. They don't produce the voice, and I think the voice is what encouragement is. Because I feel that you're doing a good job, that you're a good guy. I truly feel that. But if I don't tell you that, I might not allow you to keep moving forward at the progression that you're going up. You might be progressing at like an even slope. You're growing, but maybe you're dropping here and there. And if I come at you and I'm like, hey, Byron, dude, I see what you're doing, bro. You're changing lives, bro. I really feel it, dude. You're really helping a lot of people, bro. Please keep up doing what you're doing because you're saving me, bro. You're helping me. Well, that's going to take you, it's going to drive you another freaking few months at least. You're going to be like, oh my God, bro, that really helped me. It's almost like when people text you on your Instagram, they're like, Byron, hey, I just want you to know, man, you don't know me, bro, but I just want you to know, dog, I really look up to you and you're my boy and, you know, I really love you and you're my dog and you've helped me out. You know, you probably get those messages from random people. I get those too. And people sometimes are like, man, it really, and then those give you the boost.
It does.
It's like this big boost. You're like, wow, man, now
but
I can't quit.
You
bro.
feel it,
it's
though.
Like,
you feel that, like you said, that encouragement is something that you're going to feel it. It's honest, and it's going to push you to be a better person.
Yeah.
And I feel like flattery is kind of like, it's like they say, oh, that's so flattering. It's just, they don't really feel it. There's nothing behind it.
oh, yeah, I didn't even think about it like
you know,
that.
it's flat. You know, there's nothing behind it.
Flattering,
it's like,
flat.
you know, Colt, you look good, man.
Thanks.
Right?
It's like, what?
Flattering, right?
It's like,
You know?
yeah. Cool.
Whereas
Hell
Colt,
yeah.
man, you know, I've been seeing how far you've come. I've seen your transformation, how you were when you were doing this to how you are to what you're doing now, how you're talking, how you're speaking. It's different. You're feeling it. You're feeling the emotion behind it. Instead of just, Colt, man, I see how far you come, man. You look great. Keep doing what you're doing.
It's dry.
It's dry, flat, flattery, flat. Nothing behind it.
It's because there was no emotion behind it.
And a lot of people don't know how to get. They don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to have the other person. I don't know what it is. They just don't want to.
Feels weird.
It does feel weird. Not to me. To me, it doesn't, because I've always been that person. Even since I was a young kid, my parents said I've always been that person to help people out. Always, you know, when I'm at PE and people aren't, hey, let me show you. Come on, man. I'm on the one that's like lapping people and will run the extra lap with that person that's behind. Come on, having other people come. That's how I've been. So it's just in me.
It's because you have value and you know it. That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's where you're able to encourage people and not flatter people because you see value in yourself. And I know you do because you could feel it. People have energy that's different when they're encouraging versus flattering.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
No, true.
Flattering is more like a guy that's a good-looking man but has no soul inside. You can just see women and, you know, they attract themselves to him because he looks good. But then, you know, like you have women that say that, you know, like, yeah, he's a good-looking guy, but he's dry inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing there. And then it immediately like turns them off, you know, and it doesn't really mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, yeah, he's a good-looking guy. But if you are maybe like a not so good-looking guy, but then you have this heart of gold, it's like it's just so much more attractive.
Oh, yes.
You know, it's so much more attractive. Like you want to be around people that are encouraging. Like it's almost like contagious.
It is.
It was almost
really
like
is.
even like the Wes Watson thing. And when I flew out there, I remember I wanted to go see this guy at the gym. You know, I wanted to meet this guy.
Yeah.
Like I remember focusing for 4 years, listening to everything him and Ed Milet. And I went to an Ed Milet thing and I saw Ed Milet in person. Just the voice behind it. I just remember I want to be like that. I want to be like him. I don't want to be him because I'm not a fan.
Yes.
But I'm like, I'm engaged.
Yes.
I'm like, I want that. You know, I want to feel like that. You know what I mean? And I didn't feel like it at the time. And I think that's important to understand is that sometimes you don't feel like you can be an encourager, right? Because you don't feel it inside. But that's just because you don't have any value yet. But that's important to understand, because if you can understand that, you can just hold on to that thought for a second, but you want to feel valuable, make yourself valuable first.
Yes.
Right? And then give the gift of gratitude. And I think that was the hardest thing for me to do, because the gift of gratitude will make you more blissful. It will make your mind more clear.
That right there is like, gratitude is such a big thing, because a lot of people feel like when something bad happens to you in your life, you feel like it's the worst thing that's happened. But if you're a believer of Jesus Christ and you know that there are greater blessings for you ahead, and I tell people that all the time, be grateful for everything, because it's only going to put you in the right direction. I tell people, think about something bad that has happened to you in your life, and you took steps forward to get far in life. Did it help you? Do you appreciate what happened to you, or are you mad about what happened to you? You appreciate it.
Dang. I didn't think about it like that.
You know, things that has happened to you in your life, you learn from it, you build it on it, and it's made you into the person that you are today, even better.
I see it as opportunity.
Exactly.
Every single thing. I was even talking about problems the other day. And I've been overwhelmed with a lot of problems lately, you know, just from my past. You know, I have multiple marriages. So, you know, there's different parties involved. And my my youngest daughter, her mom wants to move up north. And it crushed my soul that she told me she wants to do that. And I was like, but why? I don't understand, you know. And it's because she's trying to find herself. And she hasn't yet. You know, she still suffers from, you know, a victim mode thing. And I've been trying really hard to help her see the light, trying to get her into church, you know, and trying to help her. But people have to be ready to be helped. You know, that says it says a lot about that. But if you become an encourager and you choose that life, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to become an encourager, your whole world's going to change instantly, because you helping other people is going to help you in return. But sometimes people just want to keep running from things. They want to get away. They want to take whatever it is. They want to keep hurting other people. And I think that's something to be said, because hurting other people is just hurt people.
I was just about to say that.
You know, and I just felt that, you know, and I've heard that before, and it's so cliche, but it's true. It's people that are hurting inside develop something internally that they feed off of the comfort of hurting someone else. It's almost like when you're hurting, it feels good to be hurting. So why not let everyone else hurt with you? Because it feels good. It does. But let's reverse that psychology for a second. Let's get to the level that we're at, right? In our reality sense, right? We connect. Like, we're connecting on this podcast right now. We can feel the energy going back and forth, and it's elevating us. And we're like throwing out bangers left and right. And we're like, okay, yeah, we feel this, boom, boom, boom. And it's like this whole thing, and we're elevating. But if you feel like that on a norm, there's no way you want to give anything negative, because you can't. It's almost like the reverse effect of feeling negative. The reverse effect of feeling negative all the time is being positive. So if you're positive all the time, you're literally going to change the chemistry of your body. You're going to change the chemicals in your body.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to feel healthier. You're going to feel cleaner. Like, I can't tell you, I used to have acne on my back like crazy when I was negative all the time. Just constant acne. My skin was just not okay. It was more dry.
Okay.
And I tell you this because chemicals are real inside the body.
They are.
And I felt a change. And as soon as I started elevating, all that acne completely went away. I have like 0 on my back anymore. And I do the exact same shit.
All your levels were all over the place.
Correct. And even my mindset, the way that I speak and I pronunciate stuff, completely different. I couldn't put together a sentence to save my life, bro. My speech was horrible. My pronunciation was inaccurate. I didn't sound smart. I sounded uneducated. I sounded unsure. Even though I was confident inside, I wasn't clear, you know? But as soon as I started believing in what I was saying, because I was doing the actions, and I wasn't wondering if that's how it could be, I was practicing what everyone was saying. I was like, okay, if what all these people are saying is true, then I should feel the exact same way as them.
Exactly.
But I got to trust that. How am I going to trust something that I've never seen before? It's like that's the whole thing of faith. God, proof. Yeah. Everyone wants proof. It's like there's no proof except for a few things that we know of from history. But other than that, like it's total faith. But if you can believe in something that's not real, and you have that faith that it's there, how could you not have faith that you can be encouraging of other people's lives and just give something away for free? That costs you zero. Costs you zero, bro. It's almost like when I tell people, like, be kind. Just be nice to people.
It's hard for people to be kind nowadays.
I know why, though, bro.
When I was taking one of my mentor classes, he had everyone in his course say, I want you to give someone a compliment today. Whether you go to the grocery store, whether you're at the gym, whether you're at Starbucks. And then I want you to do something nice for someone. You know why? Because it's hard. People don't do that.
How hard was that for you at first? Did you have to practice that?
No.
It just came natural? Okay.
For me, because I talk to people at the gym all the time, and it's not hard for me, a random person to kind of say, hey, you know what, I like your dress, or, you're taking care of yourself. How old are you? Just a little conversation starter.
You do all these like little things. He goes, yeah, hell yeah, I'll see you later, champ. It's like motivating, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I like that word. I like that word, champ.
Yeah,
right?
you gotta pump people up. Call people champ, call people king, whatever the case may be, because people feel it. They're like, no, I'm not the champ. You're the champ. I'm like, no, you are, because I see you grinding every single day.
Just like my pastor always says, someone was saying something about him on. He was doing a speech, and some lady yelled out, "It's because we're here for you, Justice." And he's like, "No, I'm going to shut that down." And it sounded like, "Whoa, what?" And he was like, "We're here for him." And he pointed up to the sky. You know? And he was like, "We're here for him. That's why I'm here." And she kept saying it. "No, Justice, if you didn't speak," he's like, "No, I don't want to hear it. Shutting it down. This is his word." He's like, "The only reason I'm able to say what I'm saying and believe in what I'm saying is because of him." He's allowing access. And I believe that says a lot about people that are encouragers. If you're an encourager and you're not just trying to flatter people to gain something, usually flattery is like you expect something in return, like we just talked about. It's like, hey, like guys like say like, hey, you're hot. And it's like, okay, well, we expect something in return.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if it's like a lady like Harding, or like saying like, oh, you're sexy, or this, you're, whatever. But if you came at it differently and you were like, hey, I really see you. I really see you trying hard. That takes an internal effect on somebody. Yeah. That's like more of an uplifting thing. That draws a better connection. If you're really looking for a true connection in somebody, that's what you're going to give. You're going to give encouragement, not flattery. Yeah. But you have to know the difference because they're so close together.
They are.
They're very
close.
Yeah. It's just you got to understand the difference. And the difference is literally comes from within. If you believe that you feel that you want something to be better for somebody else and you really feel it internally, then it comes off as encouragement.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't and you just want something that's enemy-like, then it's going to come off as flattery. Flattery is more enemy-like, and I mean enemy like the devil. Encouragement's more like God-like.
Oh, yeah.
Christ-like. That's what I believe.
No, same thing.
So anyways, it's a freaking solid podcast, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I think we did good.
Oh, yes.
I'm hoping that people take something from this, man, and they really feel it because I was lost, man. 37, panic attacks. I hit rock bottom. Rock bottom for me was like suicidal. I don't want to live because the thoughts that I was thinking, I couldn't get over. I couldn't chase my demons away, And I'm not perfect, bro. I fight my demons daily, bro. Daily, bro.
I just was telling my lady that the other day. I was like, gosh, I'm just fighting my demons. She goes, demons? I was like, yeah, we all do. They're all out here.
Everyone thinks you're so perfect.
It's a constant battle. So, like, you go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, like, with your warrior mindset, all the stuff you do all this, like, warrior stuff, and you have, like, the Spartan stuff, where you play, like, the music and stuff. Oh, yeah,
man.
And like, oh, and it's like, I'm like, dude, that's my dog, dude. That's my king right there,
that's
bro.
That's kind of the mindset I've really been evolving into the person that I know I should have been a long time ago. And it's all starting with, I tell people, it may sound monotonous, but it's the truth. Work on yourself, personal growth, self-development, daily task. Be consistent at it so then you can develop discipline. Then you don't have to rely on motivation and inspiration, but it all starts with you. And you got to show up every day no matter what. And it's going to be hard. It's not easy. Who said life was easy? And especially being a man, it's hard. But we just got to show up. We got to lead by example. And that's why I put those kind of songs on my music on my videos, because that's how I feel. I feel like I'm a warrior.
I feel it. They don't understand when I watch it. I'm like, there's a warrior.
People
right
send
there,
me,
that's a savage.
People send me messages like, "Man, I love that music that you put behind it. I feel it because you see me doing the movements and you hear the music. It's that connection."
Yeah, it's like you did one where you were like walking around the corner and you were like all solid.
Oh yeah,
and it was like warrior stuff. That was just recent. I was like,
yeah,
savage, bro, savage, dude. That's
you
my
know,
boy,
you got to throw them off guard a little bit. Like I am on a mission right now, and I'm not getting stopped.
Don't, bro.
You know,
Please
I have bumps. I hit bumps, and I tell people, I hit bumps every single day. You're gonna hit bumps in the road. You're not gonna want to. You're not. Who wants to put their body through pain every day? I don't. It hurts, but I show up because it makes me stronger, and I keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger every day.
But you can feel it in your videos too, and I think that's something to be said, because a lot of people don't feel value, but when you feel value, you can see it in other people's presence. I've had a lot of people talking shit to me. You know what I mean? A lot of people, like family members and stuff. Oh, the stuff that you post, you know, it's so superficial, and you know, and you're doing this, and you have your shirt off, and all these other things, and I'm like, you know, like, dude, I would have to disagree with you on that, because I don't think you understand how I feel now. I feel prideful. I feel happy, bro. I feel loved. I feel cared about. I feel like I'm helping people. I feel like I'm helping myself. I feel like I have purpose, right? And if I'm just an additional dude, and I help out one person a year, then I'm happy.
Bingo, bullseye. I tell people, it doesn't matter how many followers you have. You can have 1 million followers. You can have 1,000 followers. You can have 40. You can have whatever amount of followers that you have. As long, if you're passionate about it and you have a purpose and you know what you want to do and what your goal is, helping one person, that one person that has followed you your whole journey, will keep me going. When I first started, I had one of my friends from high school, and I stopped posting for like 3 days. And he's like, "Byron, it's Monday. Where's my Monday motivation at? Is everything all right, By?" He calls me By because my dad used to call me By. And I said, "Yeah, man, everything's good, man. I've just been busy." He's like, "I need it." But he looks forward to that and hearing my messages every single day. And he tells me. And just that one person keeps me going, elevating. That's all. It takes one person. All you need is one person to support you. You don't need a huge crowd behind you. If you have that one person that you care about and that you love that's supporting you, keep you going.
Bro, it's harder at a level. I think it's hard. I mean, you're at a completely different level than I am, but just because you've been doing it so much longer, you know. And
I've only been at it for like 1.5 years on social media.
Wow, bro.
But like I said, it's just been figuring out what works for me. And when I first started off, I fell victim into trying to be like this person, trying to be like that person. And I saw it. If I can go back into my post, I'm like, that wasn't me. I was seeing what worked for him. Now I'm just doing what works for me. I'm being me. Whatever's on my mind, I put my camera up and I talk and I post it. You know, I see stuff online, cool, great, but I'm seeing what works for me. That's what people are drawn into, is authenticity. They want to see your authentic self. They want to feel you.
They want to feel that you're you.
Yeah.
And they can feel, and I think people can feel that. And I think that says a lot about you. I think it says that a lot about anyone that's just trying to become someone on social media. Like, you can't fake the funk. People know when you're fake. You know, people know when you're just creating bullshit.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
You know, you're just posting stuff. And honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm going to say something, and I feel like it didn't come out right, you know, and I think it's just practice, you know, which is the same as encouragement. Encouragement's just practice.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And I think it gets to a point to where it just becomes natural, you know. And I always wanted to be like more like an Ed Milet encourager. You know, I wanted to speak like him. I was like, I got to be able to speak like him. And you know, the more I talk, more people are like, "Oh, you know, I like your voice. You know, it sounds good."
Yeah,
you
do. You gotta keep it going. You gotta pump it out.
Like some sort of like radio voice or something like that.
You do. You just gotta.
Radio, but
you just pump it out. That's what I've learned is if you feel in your heart and you know your message is a good message, because when you said it and you watched it and you felt it, post it. Don't worry about what everyone else thinks. If you felt it, someone else is going to feel it. If you watch that video and you're like, I don't know, then don't post it. But if you feel this is a good video, but I don't know if I should post it because you're just giving an excuse, just post it.
I think it's just trial and error.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Mm-hmm. Man, I learned a lot, dude. I learned a lot today. And I think that this is something that I actually had this. I wanted to talk about this for some time because I thought that encouraging was something that was lacked. Mm-hmm. And I just never found the right time to do it or the right person to communicate it with. Mm-hmm. And I thought you were the right person, bro. And I'm excited to be on here with you, honestly. I look up to you, bro. Mm-hmm. You're my dog, dude. And dude, we got a good connection, bro. And I enjoy that. I take relationships now so much more seriously. Mm-hmm. If I find someone I connect with, I value those relationships, especially when it's a give and go. Mm-hmm. You know, and I do believe in this. You know, I always say, you know, treat me good, I'll treat you better. Treat me bad, I'll treat you worse. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's kind of what I live for, you know. And people that treat me good, man, give them the fucking world, bro. Mm-hmm. I give you anything you want, man. You know, especially if you're good to me, man. You treat me good, you talk to me, you hype me up, you're there for me. I got your back, you know. I really don't have a ton of that, believe it or not, with as many people as I deal with, and just like you, it's hard.
It is hard.
It's like less than 1%.
It's very hard. Like, I have a whole bunch of people that support, but it's like, are these people that I would really, you know, talk to if I needed something?
Yeah, would they judge me? Would they use that ammo against me in the future? Mm-hmm. You know, or would they really just genuinely be there?
Yeah.
And I think the people that are there for you, the people that are going to tell you the stuff that you don't want to hear, but you need to hear it. Mm-hmm. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Whether you like it or not, they're like, hey, Byron, no, I see you, bro. You're drifting.
Josh tells me, Josh was straight up. Josh?
Short German dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has no filter.
Like me?
Yeah, like you. And those are the people that I want to surround myself with.
He reminds me so much of me, bro.
He does. You and him are very...
We're like the same height,
guys,
bro. Like,
he has to come out here and do a podcast here in person.
Yeah, dude, I'll invite him on again, bro.
Dude.
Yeah, we did a virtual one.
Yeah.
And we were actually talking last night, me and him, dude. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Josh, our boy.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah. He's a different breed, bro. Mm-hmm. And you know that it's like that song by Key Glock. It's called Amen. Mm-hmm. You heard it before?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it says, woke up this morning, said my prayers to the Lord. Mm-hmm. I thank him because he ain't I thank him because he ain't make me like none of those little boys or something like that. You know? And I play that sometimes, man, when I'm trying to get hype in the morning, dude. Mm-hmm. You've heard me play it a few times, man.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I'll get up in the morning, and then like sometimes I just feel so negative, man. I just wake up in that negative state. I'm like, what? I feel like this, man. What did I do wrong? And I know what it is, man. It's because my conscience not fully aligned. I'm not aligned with the outcome I wish to receive. So I got to go pay for it right now. So I go to the gym and I destroy myself, and I just throw on some Key Glock Amen real quick, bro.
Yeah.
And then I just thank God because he didn't make me like none of those little boys out there, that aren't trying to be men. Nope. You know, and I thank God for that every day, brother.
Amen.
That was a good podcast, brother. I want to wrap it up, but throw a quick shout out, bro, for your Instagram name once we share this.
Right now?
Yeah, why not?
All right, if you guys are not following me, if you're looking for some inspiration, some motivation, some good workout videos, and just to get in better overall, better shape and health, follow me at Byron Sells _fit.
My man right here will help you. I always tell everybody, I have other guys, that do health and fitness on here and are coaches and stuff. You got to find the right fit for you. Mm-hmm. You might be a better fit than me or someone else, And I always tell everybody, dude, on this podcast, find somebody. We're all on the same network. Yeah. We all motivate each other's people. Mm-hmm. But you got to find the right fit. You got to find the right person that's going to help you, that's going to elevate you the way that you should. Because if you can help somebody crack their shell and you're the better fit for them, then I support you. I support them.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Yeah. And I think that's more important than
finding
them not doing shit on their own, not getting the blueprint, not seeking help. Because I needed help.
Yeah.
And I'm always looking for more inspiration. But I think it's just trying to find that right fit, bro. And you're the top of the top, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And blessed to know you as my brother, dog.
Thank you.
So straight up.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Up until next time, get up, get after it, and get some.
Bitch, don't get too comfortable. Better not get too comfortable. Better not get too comfortable. Yeah.